one day, chatting. This is prior to getting married, and Katrina is playing, and she's moving stuff around. She goes, Adrian, Katrina, Mommy, Daddy. That's interesting. Then we kept talking, and Kathy goes, "You see what you just did?" I'm like, "No." And she said it again, Adrian, Katrina, Mommy, and she looked at me and said, "Daddy," and I thought, uh-oh. And I guess after that, it just seemed a natural progression. It's like, okay, this is where it's going to go.
When we first moved here, we had no kids. We were both from New York, and so moving to Bermuda was an easy choice for us. About 2 years later, my son Jackson was born, and about 2.5 years after that, my son Tyler was born. And you know, it's just been a wonderful experience ever since we stepped foot here.
It makes a huge difference having him in our lives.
Right.
And, I think that my personality definitely changed from that point moving forward. I was really quiet as a kid, which a lot of people don't necessarily
Destroyed
believe.
that.
So the sort of shy, quiet boy who was sort of like introverted and reading books all the time, sort of gave way to a more rambunctious sort of personality, which is sort of closer to him. But no, I'm definitely, I'd say, a mix of both my parents.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm the son of the late, great Alfred Frederick Haywood and Mary Louise Haywood. I'm the 6th of 7 children. Single. I have 2 children, one of which is here with me today, my oldest. And through him, I have 2 grandchildren also.
I would describe my family as very loving, very compassionate, very understanding, very forgiving. These are attributes that I try to live by and to share with my children.
A word to describe my family. I would say happy. I hope that's the word. I think
Some of the fun things that we like to do together are arts and crafts, making slime, making crystals. So we get messy in the kitchen. We make a mess. Boys are boys, kids are kids. And so I feel grateful to be able to provide a place where they feel like they can make a mess.
No matter where we are, it's always a hug and or a kiss that accommodates what we do.
I think the challenges that stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home dads face are equal. I think whether you're a man or a woman, a grandfather, a grandmother, a nanny, or a full-time caregiver, raising kids is the hardest job in the world, and it's not discriminate whether you're a man or a woman. So I'm faced with the exact same things an at-home mom is.
So for me personally, I think that the challenge of watching my children grow up in a household other than mine, you know, but at the same time, you know, you be the best that you can be with the situation that you are in.
not putting your expectations on your children. Remembering that they're individuals, that they're people, they have their lives, their values, and you hope that the values you've taught them are going to be formative in the people that they become. But the hardest thing is stepping back and saying, okay, that's how they do it, and trying to be supportive of that. Because it's so easy to get ego involved in what your children do, to the point where you want them to do it your way. And that's been the challenge.
He heard it so much that you can grow up and be just like your father doing music. I think he heard it too much.
I get all the time when people are like, oh, who are your people? You know, typical Bermuda, oh, who's your people? You know, and so like, what, Richie? Let me tell you a story about Rich Latham.
I wasn't called by my name, which is Nadanja. If people saw me, they'd be like, hey, that Shine's by. Shine son, you know, and so it was cool for a while, but as you get older, it's like, wait a minute, my name is Nadanja, like I have my own identity. I'll always be his son.
I've enjoyed every stage of my children's development because each stage brings a very, very interesting set of experiences that go toward their character.
I started to become Nadanja now and not Shine son, and I think that's because I didn't hold an instrument anymore.
But you know, it changed. Like when he was Shine's son back then, now you know who I am? I'm Nadonja's father. No more Shine. See that man over there? That's Nadonja. or Nashanta's father. That's changed the road, but it's okay.
It makes a huge jump start and head start in life, having two loving parents who love each other and who love you and are supportive, but who also, while they see things eye to eye, approach things from a completely different way. So if I'm just like, if you have any issues, we get like two different solutions to a problem, and then figure out your own somewhere in the middle.
But it's always a balancing act for not just children but adults to ensure that they're comfortable mentally and emotionally so that they optimize their interaction with others. And so I think as a father, I'm always looking to ensure that I understand their needs fully and completely.
Every day is going to present itself with a fair amount of challenges, and I'm really fortunate and grateful that my wife works as hard as she does to provide the life that we have here in Bermuda.
I never realized that getting married meant talking so much. And then having children meant talking even more.
For instance, if Naya might send something, right before I have a chance to fully analyze the situation or to think or say anything, Naya would look at me and say, Teddy, relax, breathe from your belly. And it's the exact thing I teach her and all of the children that are in my Tiny Tots program. But it makes me smile because she reminds me of certain things that I teach her.
I'd say that the greatest part about being a father is having two sons who reflect the best possible version of you and your wife. To see those personality traits come through as they age is so gratifying. To see kids who want to learn more, who want to run on the beach because that's what we like to do. To see kids who want to fuel their thirst for knowledge and who love to travel because that's what we love to do. To see kids who love music because that's what we love to do. It's really gratifying. And particularly as a stay-at-home dad, it's really gratifying to have two kids around me all the time because I couldn't think of two more special people in my entire life than those two boys. And I'm so grateful for my wife to have helped me have these people. You know, my boys are my everything, and I just love them with all my heart.
The best thing about being a dad, blessed with having 4 wonderful children who each bring a different talent to the table, who each bring a different perspective, and appreciating that with humor and humility, I think, is important. You know, humility to allow them to bring that to the table, and humor to accept that it's different from what you're used to, what you're expecting, and to enjoy that moment. And that's been the best thing for me with being a dad.
I love to just be around my dad. I love that he can still be up and running and stuff. Yeah.
My mom and especially my dad are like my closest friends. I mean, in terms of, he's just really jokey and really funny, and there's just, I don't think I could even relay some of the jokes on camera because they're not appropriate.
Sometimes, you know, I think fathering is not always about like the discipline, so to speak, but also about setting examples for them to follow. And I remember one of my father's friends saying to me, if I could be half as good of a man as my father, I'd be a good man.
I would say over the years I've become a better father because I've had a chance to understand myself more
and so then I'm able to interact with my children and others in a better way. So always evolving, that's one of my mantras.
The best quality a father can give to a child is time. Spend some time with them, take them for a bike ride, fishing like my father did with me. We went for bike rides and just, and just have a talk about your day. I guarantee it means that much more to that child. Best advice you had all day.
That's not supposed to happen on camera. On this camera.